Hello there, neighbors. Good to see you. This is a brief update. Picked up Dragon Age Inquisition. It's a really good game. It really makes me want to play a Dragon Age tabletop game, honestly, because it's a great world. It's a really fascinating world with some really interesting roles to play with. I've always liked the series, and the new one looks great. It did strike me as an interesting thing to... they have a thing called the Dragon Age Keep, where you can go through and set your world state at the beginning. And it strikes me as that would be an interesting experiment for a campaign setting. As a published campaign setting. It would be less interesting for, me to do for like a homebrew game. But somebody could do it as a published setting where you go through and you have a set of changes that happen to the world based off of this state decision and this state decision and this state decision. For instance, you could, have a version of Eberron that, the game master and players could decide that the war never ended, that it was still going on, or that the war ended but the Mournlands were never created, or a different country was ended up as the Mournlands. And then you would have all of the consequences of that published out so that, you could run your own sort of odd thing. Obviously, players could do this on their own, but it would be interesting to see somebody publish a setting with that sort of conceit in mind. This decision was different in this world, therefore the world is different here, here, and here. It's an interesting thought. Beyond that, not much to report. I'm going to be off for the next couple of days, so I plan on doing something, but I'm not sure what. Because I'm super organized. I'm the super organized guy. I'm going to play some games. I'm going to do some writing. And I'll try and have something really interesting to say for the video tomorrow. Actually, I think I might actually do a breakdown on the Gnome World setting from D&D, because I'm a big fan of that setting, and they've started releasing the Gazetteers in RPG Now, the PDF distribution, and it might be interesting to sort of individually go through and pick some. I may see if Jeff Griner's interested in some of that for the Tome Show. If you're a big fan of D&D, specifically whatever the current version of D&D is at any given time, and in this case it's 5th edition, he does a good show. He also has, over the years, picked up a lot of other people helping to produce content for his channel. So, it's a podcast channel, obviously, but he's got the Round Table, which is sort of a group of gamers talking about different subjects. You've got review episodes where he reviews the new products as they're coming out, and he gets some people that he knows that have a sort of differing enough opinions to make it an interesting discussion about the review. I've appeared on the show once or twice in the past. They've got a great show called Appendix N. I think that's right. Yeah, Appendix N, which is the appendix in the old DMG where Gygax listed all of his influences, fiction-wise. And so they've been going through and reading the classic works that influenced Gary Gygax back in the day. And I'd actually like to appear on that show at some point, because they cover some stuff that is within my wheelhouse. I definitely have a lot of knowledge about Lovecraft and Howard and their writing. So it'd be interesting to see if I can get on there and talk with them. They've also recently started a show where it talks about video games inspired by D&D, which I think is a neat idea. Almost all video games are inspired by D&D to a certain extent. As far as any kind of RPG, anytime that you have a character with hit points and skill levels and character levels and all of those can be drawn back to D&D to a certain extent. And so, Dragon Age being an excellent example. So I'm interested to see them go forward with it. They also have the Tome Show book club where they read a different book every month. It's a great podcast. If you're into D&D, it's a good podcast to go to, and I recommend it to people. But other than that, not a lot to report. I will talk to you guys later. Subscribe, like, share with all the people. Have fun. Can I stop smiling now? No? Okay. Goodbye now.